after this year. Up to Monk in the backcourt. State 80. And we are under David J. Sternwalk in Sacramento, California. It's another chapter of Sacramento against Golden State. A couple of teams inextricably connected by the postseason for the last 2 years in a burgeoning rivalry. Here's Wiggins against Monk. Leaves bound. Golden State coming off a loss of historic field, scores the first field goal of the ball game.
You've seen a lot of those as the resident sack expert. Buddy Hield knocking down a three.
He knows the rims here pretty well. Buddy Hield shooting about 37% from deep on the season. Curry corralled by Sabonis and Murray. Looney inside on the short roll. Good closeout by Monk with 8 on the shot clock. Warriors running their split cuts. Here's Curry. Looney from the short corner. And rebounded by DeRozan. The Sacramento Kings come into this game having won 9 of 11 under interim. And that is Sacramento's favorite song whenever Keegan Murray scores a bucket. Inside to Looney. And Sabonis off the loose ball. Murray for 3. And Payton with the board. Keegan Murray coming off a 4-point game, but he too has seen a little bit of an uptick in his offense since Doug Christie took over. Hield and Curry a little mixed up on the spacing, and Sabonis with the pull.
Doug Christie talked to us before the game, Mark, about the confidence of Keegan Murray and just letting him play a little more free, and actually wants him to smile more. Three-point shooter, air balls. Actually, the guy dribbling right now, I would take him in a three-point shooting contest.
Yeah, you really made us choose. Steph Curry, the all-time leader, off the screen by Payton, which is an illegal screen, and an offense that time.
Yeah, it's kind of an inverse of this Kings team. They're torrid right now. They're healthy. They got a lineup that's working. They got an offense that's working. This guy's knocking down. A lot of the problem has been injuries, Mark.
Tough to win when you're not healthy. Payton off. And we're knotted at 5. DeRozan brings it across. Sacramento playing at a very quick pace. DeRozan, the master of the mid-range, not
doing that for a long time.
Yes. Little light work for DeRozan, one of 3 Kings players averaging over 20 points per game. DeRozan really laying off Payton here, Bob.
Yeah.
Daring him to shoot. Here's that split cut action by the Warriors. Payton in rhythm from deep.
That's play player Gary Payton is really at the 4 mark, but the shot, that's just been the hardest thing for him to kind of figure out in his NBA tenure.
Little pick and pop, good ball rotation. Monk, a little bit strong. Good hustle up from the crash zone by Murray. Sabonis steps through, and it's picked off by Curry. Warriors out and running. They corral Curry. Wiggins for 3, and he lays it.
So much attention on Curry. You know, playing with him, yes, it's sometimes people say there's a pressure to the movement and all that. Open at times. Yeah.
Historically always leads the league in distance covered per game, and a quick release, 23 a game. Sabonis out top. He has so many different ways to run that dribble handoff action. Murray against Curry. Got a little one on him. Ball loose.
But efficiency up and just leadership up, to be honest. He's deferring, but it's actually adding to what DeRozan, Sabonis, and Monk are getting.
One of the NBA's top scorers, and that's going to be a foul again.
And even though the Warriors are a little undermanned, I still see them making a game of this.
Trying to get over 500. Jackson Davis working against Sabonis. It was Looney that got the start tonight, and Sabonis on the rake and take into the front court with pace. Monk to the corner.
Well, that would affect the shot, I would imagine. I mean, and good for him playing through it. It's not easy to play what is going to be the rest of the season. His pinky that you reference is moving. That's not ideal for him.
Talked about it yesterday at practice at the end of the year. Going to try and fix that. Here's Monk out top. Around the Sabonis screen. Out to Murray. And one and done for the Sacramento Kings.
That's the action Steve Kerr wants to avoid. Monk coming off his right hand for that bounce pass to Sabonis, finishing left, and they luckily got out of it. Murray misses that three.
Wiggins steps through, out to Moody. Heel touches paint with the left hand, and rebounded by Sabonis, who leads the NBA in that category. Monk. Malik with a little bit of jelly at the rim, but no finish. What do you make of the pace of this game so far, Bob?
Well, Kings, we talked to Christie before. They're playing faster and they're playing more disciplined. That's ideal. That's what you want. As Curry gets, Kings have been operating on this pace. The Warriors so far are matching them, and now up 7 even. So you got a one, just cut back door, take the easy layup. And they try to get him back. I feel like he's been a
pick up three-quarter court, full court defensively. And now the energy that the Kings are playing with both in the front court and back court defensively seem to match. Curry off the screen. Good show by Sabonis. Now they hit step at midcourt. Pristine ball movement. And Waters couldn't cash out. Here comes Malik Monk, whose playmaking skills are vastly underrated. Guarded by Moody. On the pick and pop to Sabonis. Air ball.
But you know, you mentioned Malik Monk. If you just turned on this game and you're watching, he looks like the point guard, right? He's handling the ball, and I don't know, we talked about, is that by design? He's certainly competent and can do it.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox using his off-ball skills a lot more as Moody, and shot 5 of 9 now from deep to lead by 5. Sabonis on the DHO, Monk downhill. Behind the back, around the world, Sabonis.
What the Warriors want to allow.
Steve Kerr's going to call time. Golden State Warriors. Schroeder out top. Waters off the elbow to Moody for 3. Got it.
Steve Kerr really good at these out-of-bounds plays, ATO they call them after timeout, and Moody just knew what he was going to get, knocks it down.
Monk calling for it against Schroeder. Here's Herter coming off the bench since Monk became a starter. Herter off the mark. And that remains one of the works in progress for Doug Christie. The interim head coach is getting a little bit more production out of the bench. Waters tried to find.
How do you figure out the bench? Because he's been playing the starters, Doug Christie, huge minutes. He doesn't really want to, but he's got to trust his bench a little bit more than he does.
Monk off the zoom action with Sabonis, gets it back for 3 and rebounded by Wiggins. Golden State doing a nice job of keeping Sacramento off the offensive glass. Ellis on Schroeder. And Schroeder
really encouraged him to play with confidence, and you mentioned him starting this year. He's having a career year in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. And De'Aaron Fox said he's a guy that he knows as a leader, he can fuss at, he can get on, he knows that he can challenge him, because at the end of the
defense when he became a starter. And if it's one thing I can tell you about Monk is that you feel his presence in so many different ways, from the court to the practice court to the bus.
And, you know, moving into the starting lineup, I think, gave him even more confidence than he already had.
Can I tell you something, Bob? He scares both coaches.
Well, he's scaring Kerr more than Christie right now, is what I'm trying to say. Yes, there are guys like that, for sure.
Fox with game. De'Aaron has not shot the ball particularly well the last 3 games, but he's coming off a contest with 13 assists. Jackson Davis inside.
They have 3 guys that can score by themselves. You're looking at one right there with Fox. Here's the other one, DeRozan, and Monk can certainly do it. That's a luxury. A lot of teams, that's what the Warriors have struggled with, to be honest. It's really just been Curry, a little bit of Kuminga that can score by themselves.
DeRozan off the DeRozan. Last year, he was one of the top mid-range shooters in the league. Here's Schroeder. Fox switches on to Wiggins. Moody with a high arcing 3, a little bit strong. Jackson Davis out to Schroeder for another one. Great hustle underneath.
Set a tone, and that's what the Warriors are doing, staying competitive. Many men down. They're keeping this a good game up 4.
Moody spins. Ellis with good nail help. Shot clock down to 4. They got to get busy. Jackson Davis. Wiggins at the expiration of the shot clock. And a good stop that time for the Kings as Fox brings it across. Off the drag. Tried to spray it to Lyles. It finally got there. DeRozan with the stare-down jumper. And again, one and done for the Kings at the offensive end. Remember, if you're just joining us, Golden State without Draymond Green and Jonathan Kuminga, two key cogs for them. Schroeder rebounded by Lyles. Dennis Schroeder still trying to find his whole rhythm with this Warriors team, right?
You know, it's tough. He was playing some of his best basketball of his career with the Brooklyn Nets, obviously different personnel, and Steve Kerr's still trying to figure out, as are Schroeder's teammates, a way to make him feel a little more comfortable. It's hard to get traded. You think it's automatic. It's tough sometimes for players to find that rhythm.
Fox drives it into traffic. 10.6. Wiggins. Jackson Davis flips a screen and they turn it over.
What challenges will that present as they look to score more in the paint in that second quarter?
I'm sorry, what was it?
The Kings, in terms of their paint scoring in the second quarter, what challenges does that present defensively?
Well, they give you a lot of challenges with Sabonis. So far, I think we've done a pretty good job of taking away the easy stuff, but we got to keep doing it.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Well, DeMar DeRozan just made them pay with a three-pointer from the corner a moment ago. Len steps out on Curry. Quentin Post checked into the ball game, the big for Golden State, and Fox comes up court off the rebound.
When DeRozan's hitting threes, that's a problem.
Corner knocks one home, and Sacramento takes a two-point advantage. Curry being guarded by Devin Carter, the rookie out of Providence. Wiggins on the baseline inside to Post. Buddy Hield is going to be caught. That's going to be the third foul against Payton already. Here's DeRozan. Carter drives the closeout. Len couldn't make the catch off the pass. Steve Kerr putting the rookie Quentin Post from the Netherlands in the ball game. Wiggins, meanwhile, from three. Celtics Lakers at 10 Eastern time. For more on these games, go to NBA.com or excuse about Post, the rookie. Golden State, historically, or at least the last few years, have been a team you could characterize as a small team, right?
Yeah.
What does he potentially bring to them, and can he make an impact now?
Well, size can be somewhat, you got Vucevic from Chicago shooting threes. You got Sabonis now. I mean, it's a different game. There he is. Wembanyama, one of the biggest guys in the league, is shooting plenty of threes. So now it becomes, when you talk about size, I think what we're really talking about is rim protection. Can you protect the rim? And then now we're asking guys, Miles Turner was one of them in Indiana, can you protect the rim and space out and knock down threes? That is the ideal big. It's why when you look at the Lakers, Mark, Anthony Davis, who's one of the best bigs in the league, when he's knocking down his three, it's a completely different play. But that's why Wemby is so hard, because he does both very well.
Interesting. With three-point lead for the Warriors. Wiggins, season last year, making frequent trips to go visit his then ailing father, Mitch. Carter in the corner, back out to Lyle. Shot clock down to 10 for Herter. Len on the step-up screen. Herter rejects it. Threads the needle to Carter. Shot clock down to 4. Fox got to get busy. Enough is the signature athlete for the Curry brand. To share the same brand of shoes. Carter.
And he could have taken that floater. Instead, he saw his teammate for a high percentage corner three. That's the best thing, the best play for the team, and he made it.
Back to a one-point game under 9 minutes to go in the half. Hield slips the screen and pulls the 6 years here in Sacramento playing for the Kings. Knows this building extremely well. Carter out top. Drives it on Curry. And came up a little bit short. Good hustle, got on the deck, kept it to play. Loose ball, and Post got it out.
Game 7 as well. He said this feels, it has all the things that make you feel like you're in a rivalry, Mark.
Yeah, Monica, up and down L Street, uptown, downtown, midtown. They still talk about losing to the Warriors in that 50-piece by Steph in the playoffs. And probably knocks down the baseline three.
That game, and were you at that game, Mark? Did you see that? Yeah. That was one of the best performances I've ever seen in a basketball game by Curry, because that was such a tough series, and credit to the Kings and Mike Brown. And it was
at Oklahoma State, spent some time with the OKC Blue, made a game winner in preseason, and things really changed for him in terms of his role with this squad. And off the miss, Santos up to Schroeder. Under 8 minutes to go in the opening half. Schroeder cross court to Santos, and now they throw it into Looney. Santos for three. Français pour 8 ans dans l'école.
Was that?
Je parle un petit peu français. Oui. Yeah. I speak some French. Studied it for a while. That's 8 years of French you just
I'm going to collect myself for a second. You know, look, you want to talk about the modern NBA? The Warriors have 39 points. They have 6 of those from the 2-point field goal mark. So that's the new NBA. That's what a lot of people are talking about. But Monk, the Kings, they have 3 guys that can hit that mid-range shot. We talked about Monk, DeRozan, and Fox.
Consecutive 3. Golden State is plus 18 from the 3-point line against Sacramento. Herter left it on the front rim. Santos with the rebound. Dennis Schroeder working with the second unit in this ball game, coming off the bench. High ball screen from Looney. Snakes the screen against Ellis and got it. That's what Steve Kerr's looking to do for Schroeder, right?
Yeah, get some easy ones. He said they just got to get to the free throw and they got to get in the paint. But right now the Warriors are 11 of 20 from 3. The thing is,
there's Sabonis. DeRozan snakes the screen and misses the mid-range jump shot, rebounded by Schroeder, and a 13-point advantage for the Warriors. As De'Aaron Fox gets ready to come in for Doug Christie. Looney inside. Anchors himself and couldn't get it to fall. Warriors back defensively in transition. Good defense by Waters. DeRozan looking inside, and that's going to be a foul against Looney, who was holding Sabonis that lost in the conference finals in 2003 against the Los Angeles Lakers.
That was, you know, that's a Kings team that probably moved the ball. I mean, that's what got
Christie playing basketball. Think about it. A lot of these players like Keon Ellis, they've never seen Doug play.
Well, that's what you forget. I mean, wow, Keith Santos.
Wow, 3 in a row
is ruining our conversation. You know, yes, you're right. It's nice. You can't expect any of the young players, as the leaders learn through viewing things. Yeah. So showing them the video is a very powerful way to teach.
Now they understand Doug's message about defense. Schroeder and Fox still with just 1 field goal in this game so far. Waters out top on Monk. Here's the play they like to call for DeRozan, working on Santos. Got him up in the air.
To Monk, and you've seen him play probably
26 points per game as DeRozan. It's a 10-point contest. Santos out top. Waters. Santos off the bounce, sprays to Wiggins in the corner. Everything but the bucket that time for the Warriors, and here's Sabonis. Fox popped the
quick decision like that. He's a handful.
It's actually accompanied Steph Curry this summer, and Darren told me he did a shooting drill with Curry to the point where his arm started cramping up in one of the drills. No kidding.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think the thing that people, the best players, the generational ones that I've been around, Mark.
Oh, here's a little room service and showtime. Oh, Malik had it hit his dome, and it bounced back out. No bucket by rule.
Yeah, has to go through.
Meanwhile, at the other end, Curry hounded by Murray, and Monk skying for the rebound and push. Bounce pass to Sabonis, and off the turnover, it's Curry. Schroeder inside, Jackson Davis. Curry with the slot cut for the layup.
Than everybody else, and so, as well, and that's what gives you generational success. Say it.
Not endeared to. Not got 6, but plenty of basketball to be played. Kings down by 9. Santos with 3 threes already in the game. Steph off the elbow pin. They blitz him out near midcourt. Wiggins on the drive. Tough pass, never made it. Curry collects it. What a dime inside, to seeing eye goggles on today, Bob.
Well, that was all Curry, right? Stayed with the play, got the rebound, and then found that angle. Nice left-handed pass there.
Murray, straight line drive on Curry with the left. Got to see that type of aggression from Keegan Murray. His second field goal, he has 5.
He's the X factor, right? He's that X factor for the Kings when attempts. I'd like to be told that.
You like that number?
No, I'd like to coach this.
Yeah. He shot over 41% from three-point territory 2 years ago.
He's a great shooter.
Right now he's chasing around the greatest to ever do it. Jackson
Recognizes getting his teammates involved. Curry can get his own look. He had a few big games a couple weeks ago, but he didn't have any assists. I think they're better when he gets a more balanced attack, gets the teammates going.
Wiggins chasing Fox. Over to DeRozan, catch and shoot three, short. And Jackson Davis with another rebound. With pace into the front court, it's Curry picked up by Monk. Santos back to Schroeder, launches the three, 7-43, trending towards the best three-point shooting night of the season for Golden State. Fox on Curry, turns the corner, a layup off glass. Sacramento runs some 45 ball screen for Fox. Murray catch and shoot. Jackson Davis doing a nice job, Bob, of keeping Sabonis off the glass.
Yeah, you know Sabonis is coming. You got to put a body on him. He's relentless down there. But Jackson Davis walling him off there.
Wow, Steph Curry going here. Now you're here. Steph's here. Steph is here. Monk.
That's a big shot. You want to stay connected. Down 18, now cuts it to 15. But Kings want to at least close this out. Try to get a stop here, get a bucket. Keep it close. This is a pretty awesome half that the Warriors got going here.
Steph gets it back. Bounce pass inside Santos. Jackson Davis up.
You see all these
Shanae, Kendrick. What about 200 people here pregame watching him do his pregame routine. 16-point lead for the Warriors. Fox out top. Santos switches onto him. That's a favorable matchup. He defers to DeRozan, walks into the three. Sabonis with the rebound, had it knocked loose.
Tempo, right? How many centers are doing that?
From the time that Mike Brown started here when they were. Curry with 7 seconds to go. That's an eternity for him. He can always pull. Gets it over to Hield. A clean look. It'll count. Season. Monk off the Sabonis screen. Good defense by Wiggins. Fox had it rim out to Payton. Let's check in courtside with Monica.
Yeah, Jonesy, earlier today at shoot-around, I gathered from this Warriors organization that the sentiment is they're not chasing the dynastic team. They just want this group to maximize its potential. And that includes they've got to get healthy. He told us pregame that he really believes they can get back to how they started the year with that energy, that pace, and that level of execution. But right now, they've got to survive without 4 guys tonight, and they've got to get healthy in order to make a run.
Yeah, that's a pretty daunting task, Monica, when you think about the fact that this Golden State Warriors squad started the year 12-3, and it appeared to be at the time extremely sustainable.
Yeah, and again, Mark, recently they've struggled, but this is a 48-minute game. So let's see if they can hold on to that. Sac's not going to make it easy for him. This is a proud Sac team, like we said, 9-2 in the last 11. But that's about as good as the Warriors could play in that first half.
DeMar DeRozan has adjusted to the.
It's fascinating. I mean, and I don't say that lightly. DeMar DeRozan is beloved by most players. I don't know that anybody doesn't like him. Right. And it's because the way he's authentic, he carries himself, and just the decency of him. And I think that's what the Kings are fortunate to have, and that provides leadership as well.
Monk sprays it out to DeRozan, working against Wiggins. Put his chest on him, drew the foul. Here's Sabonis out top. Fox into the corner. Murray driving the closeout on Curry. All the way inside with the left. North of 40% as a rookie. Sense of responsibility in that time.
In his defense, there's a lot of offense he's surrounded by. Yeah. I mean, 3 20-point scores. And so it is the defense they need out of him.
Wow, Jackson Davis. Davis the free throw line. With Bob Myers and Monica McNutt. This is the second meeting of the season between the Kings and the Warriors. There's DeRozan. Sabonis flips the screen. Fox on the lift. It's a rebound. What a pass.
In games, and Monk, nice dish to Sabonis.
Steve Kerr calls out the play from the sidelines. Curry almost lost it. Goes to Payton. Payton over and through Monk.
Because then they got to make a decision. That's what.
Bill healing. Hoping to be back sooner rather than later. DeRozan from the elbow. Murray on the drive, missed the layup. Sabonis there for cleanup with his 38th double-double of the season. That's tops in the NBA. Wiggins, Jackson Davis. Well, the Warriors have answered this little thrust. Monk flying.
That one went through the rim. That one went through the net.
Did it ever? He's cared about its Kings, and you are their beacon in times like this.
Tremendous message. I mean, whoever came up with the beam, I'm going to hire that guy. Or gal. Who knows who it was, right? I mean, awesome thing for this team, and awesome thing.
The Kings had a big hand in its infancy with the beam as DeRozan. You know, one of the highlights of my career, Bob, was sitting next to the beam button on the team charter.
Wow.
I sat next to the button.
They let you do that.
I put a seatbelt on, actually. Wiggins coming up short from deep. DeRozan will bring it across, guarded by Hield. Fox slips out. DeRozan rips through. Murray shut off, found a little bit of space. Now double teamed, got it off somehow.
Murray's being very patient. He's got the advantage on Curry with the size, and he's taking him to the basket and forcing it, but he's converting.
But he Hield with a counter, kept short. And Sacramento can get it under double digits. Fox on the move. DeRozan, one more to Sabonis inside. Sprays it out to Murray. Boy, everything to bucket that time for Sacramento. As Payton II, who got the start tonight, brings it across. Post getting ready to check into the ball game with Moody for Steve Kerr. Payton left open for three.
Yeah, they're just daring him, and he just got all the space, and now he knocks it down, makes him pay.
Lead us back to 13. Fox step back three. Aaron Fox shooting just below 31% from deep. Double team Curry. Jackson Davis couldn't. Sabonis. Good catch on the short roll. And we're going to have a whistle and a violence. Have taken control of this one from pretty much the opening tip. Virtue of their proficient three-point shooting.
This is sitting there in the balance right now, Mark. I mean, it's 13 points for the Warriors. We can feel the Kings trying to close the gap here, and the Warriors are just holding them at bay.
Hield off the mark. Post with the offensive board. Moody straightaway three. And Curry with another opportunity for Golden State. Over to Hield. One more to Wiggins. He pulls for three. DeRozan going to walk down Buddy Hield here. Checks into the office and scores it.
What you like about DeRozan is he can. There's a good steal there by Monk. Careless pass by, I think that was Curry.
Sabonis with the left hand. Back out to Ellis. Catch and shoot. That's off. Well, Keon Ellis is coming off a heater in the last game. Shot 6 of 8 from deep. Showing Steph Curry a lot of bodies. Post from the baseline. Buddy Hield.
And after this is rivalry week.
Wow, Bob Myers. Buddy Hield with the offensive board. Monk back out to DeRozan. One more. Sabonis. He's made one already. That one well short. Sabonis tonight is 2 of 4 from deep. Curry got by Ellis. Trying to relocate. Look at Ellis just chase him all over the floor. Shot the gap. Steph Curry couldn't get enough room. Look at Ellis. He's got a GPS on Steph Curry. Wow. And puts a jar in the middle of the lock with DeRozan. And anyone who goes for the and-one pump fake, it's $100 in the jar.
That's great. That jar has got to have some juice in it.
A lot of good dinners coming out of that jar. Here's Schroeder from 15, rebounded by Sabonis. They can get it back below double digits. Monk. Good rim resistance that time by Post, the rookie. They get the stop, and here's Waters up to Schroeder. Schroeder on the blow by Denver game, a rematch of last year's conference semifinals in which Minnesota came back, won game 7 in Denver, coming back from down 20.
What a series, right?
Yeah. Lyles on the show and go. Out to Fox, got to a strong hand. Sabonis
just hanging around the rim, and he knows on Quentin Post. Quentin Post has got his hands full down there with Sabonis trying to keep him off the glass.
Here's Moody, gives it back to Schroeder. Pocket pass to Wiggins with the finger roll. Goss stands inside. He covers a lot of ground. He's got 15.
The Warriors have struggled offensively in the last 20-something games, but tonight it looks like they're getting
a little light work for him from 10 feet on the baseline. Lead is back to 10. Under 3 minutes to go. DeRozan with 19. Wiggins touches paint, and he's in the ball game for Andrew Wiggins. DeRozan comfortable letting it. Boy, DeMar DeRozan with 22.
Single digits now. DeRozan really has made a decision himself. He's the one that's got the Kings back in this game.
Signed a 3-year, $79 million free agent deal in the offseason. Schroeder, they can get it down to 7. They find the hot man. Back out to Sabonis, working against the Rook. Punished him down low, but couldn't cash out. DeRozan with great anticipation and the steal. Kings got numbers. Sabonis, and he dropped % from the stripe this season. Knocks down the. Schroeder brings it across against Ellis. Wiggins on the wing, cross court. Waters. No whistle called. Off of the foot. Fox in transition. Lyles elevates. Got it! Four on the Steve Kerr technical. Schroeder around the double team by Ellis. Gonna be a whistle and a foul.
They're playing hard this entire game so far.
Schroeder on Fox. Turned it over. Fox pries it loose. DeRozan on the move. DeMar.
I told you that last minute 40, and it's gone all the Kings' way.
And a chance to tie or take the lead on a 3-ball. DeRozan downhill. Gathers. It's a real win, Bob, when you.
Well, when Iguodala showed up, that base has been starved, and it is a good point to make.
Curry brings it across. They hit him at midcourt. Ellis all over Hield. 9 on the shot clock. Ellis all over Curry. Blocks him. Sent it back. Fox with a little bit of time. Pulls. It'll count.
The physicality is there. We're going to live with some of the things that they do on the offensive end, but we have to be physical, and they must feel us.
There's a fine line between urgency and pressing. As you guys enter the fourth quarter and look to protect home court, what will be key?
Well, more than anything, continue to feel us. Then we got to rebound the basketball and be out right back at them.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Great job, Monica. Sacramento turned over Golden State 8 times, leading to 13 Kings points in that previous quarter.
Too easy for the Warriors in the first half, and the Kings, Post gets the layup.
Ties the game at 87. Post on the board. Back out to Monk. Walks into the 3. And way short. It'll
Back out with the ball. Curry will probably play the first 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes. These are important minutes because they'll pull him. I don't think he plays the whole fourth. They got to hold the line when he's out of the game.
Post stretching the floor. And by the way, we were given a note a moment ago that Kevon Looney is ill and will not return to the game. Remember, he started the contest tonight for Golden State.
Yeah, that leaves him with Trace Jackson and Post. And Post gives them something different. Like we said, that stretch big from 3.
Guarding Lyles right now off the bounce. Lyles baseline couldn't catch.
I mean, this little bit was 2022 league.
Just this past season is Lyles. Warriors up by 1. It was a quiet third quarter scoring-wise for Steph Curry. Drives it into lane, blocked by Keegan Murray. Monk on the fly. Ellis got Post in the air. Season Keegan Murray got with his trainer. His trainer made him watch video of Scotty. Curry will bring it up against some token half-court pressure now from Ellis. Murray switches onto him. Post from the elbow out to Hield for three. Test.
Quick drop off, find the corner three. He's doing his job. He doesn't have big scoring numbers like you said, Mark, but when Curry gets double teamed, that's his job. Then you get rid of it. Bob the way still.
Fox getting into a strong hand on the DHO. A little bit strong. Post with the rebound. De'Aaron Fox now 1 of 10 from the field, just 6 points. Murray staring down Curry. Curry with the tween and cross. Shot clock at 7. Moody catch and shoot.
Can't see this on the TV, but we're here. We're courtside, luckily. And you see the Kings' eyes, and they're all looking at Curry, you know, and you see that, of course, know that not all players command that type of attention. It gets Moody a corner three.
Hield again, made the last one.
Curry, you know, it's hard to look away.
Out of the timeout, Ellis inside. Good steal by Sabonis for the lay-in.
DeRozan back in, as is Sabonis. Doug Christie didn't waste any time. He's been playing his starters big minutes, and he saw the lead getting away a little bit, and he brought them both back.
Santos couldn't get it to go. Bonus, nice hit ahead to Ellis. Comes off the handoff. Monk launches, got it. They've been hitting Curry at midcourt, Bob, whenever there's a ball screen, sometimes not, like there.
And it's giving wide open shots to his teammates, and they've mostly answered the bell. They're post misses, but again, Curry, what, season high, we talked about 12 assists. He's just taking what they give him.
Inside to Sabonis. Ellis for the lead. Butter. Eastern time. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or check out the NBA app. Out of the timeout. Santos out top. Sacramento in a little bit of a zone look, it appeared at the moment. Not so much anymore. Schroeder with a wild shot. Rebounded by
the first 4.5 of the quarter, and the Warriors. Can this Warriors team weather it? And interesting, no Hield either.
Wow.
for the Warriors. So where are they going to get their offense?
Murray off the screen over to Ellis. 5 on the shot clock for DeRozan. Launches a deep three. Oh, who said he can't shoot threes?
Quarter, DeRozan came in and said, we're not losing this one. We're going to get it back in this game, and he did it single-handedly.
Ellis elevates. The lead is up to 6 for the Kings.
We talked about Curry on the bench, a dangerous time, and the Kings are taking full advantage.
They may have just forced Steve Kerr's hand. A 13-0 run for Sacramento. Santos inside, back out to Wiggins from deep.
Curry, you just want him to keep it close in range to get that number 30 back in the game.
Approaching the midway point of the fourth. Monk was fouled. Sacramento playing some impervious defense.
23 in this game where they're up 3 points. That's how impactful he's been.
Rare miss that time by DeMar. Now 11 of 18 from the field. 3-point deficit for the Warriors. Moody for the tie. Jackson Davis with another opportunity. Wiggins off the ball screen. Went right into Sabonis' chest to finish.
We talked about who's going to do it with number 30s. Sitting down, it's been Wiggins in the last 2 possessions.
He's got 22. DeRozan turns the corner from 15. Consecutive misses now for DeRozan. And now the Warriors can retake the lead. Santos on the pick and pop. Got it!
J.J. Redick, just catastrophic for so many people, and not people that are affected in every way.
Out of the timeout, Monk tipped it loose, got it back against Schroeder.
They're 21 of 44, but that's their 18th turnover. And that's just what Steve Kerr said. You can't do that on the road against a good Kings team.
Santos inside, Jackson Davis.
The free throw, and this is just the 12th free throw.
The State hasn't had a lot of rim pressure, right?
No.
The free throw line?
No. And the Warriors have done a great job of just, in a hostile environment, staying there and putting themselves in a position to win this game.
Sabonis at the free throw line talked about his days over in Spain at the NBA Players Association.
To work out. But the best story was the fact that the first time he worked out with Sabonis said, "You're not for me. I don't want to work out with you." And then the Kings lost to the Warriors in the playoffs, and a lot of things Doug Christie said in that first workout, Sabonis said, "I'm ready to hear those things now."
And it's paying off. Wiggins trying to pay off. There's 4 minutes to go in the fourth. He's got 25. Monk steps through to a wide open DeRozan. Bring it across for Golden State. The Warriors were able to withstand the minutes without Curry on the bench a moment ago. Santos back out to Wiggins. Murray is draped all over Curry. Moody couldn't get it. DeRozan controls. With intent into the front court. Going to walk down Santos. Nicely stayed down on the pump fakes. DeRozan with a jab step. Out to Monk with 6 on the shot clock. Malik over Wiggins, tough jack. And rebounded by the Warriors. They get the stop.
Good defense.
Wiggins on the break. Contest. Fox crosses on Wiggins, lots of contact.
ISO with this guy, which he's great. DeRozan can do it, but it's not easy. And Santos has been staying down on the pump fake, but here we go, having a heck of a game.
Your friendly reminder that we are officially in clutch time. It's less than a 5-point margin with less than 5 minutes to go. DeRozan and Fox are 2 of the top 3 clutch time field goal getters in the NBA. Good closeout by Fox on Moody. Wiggins out front. DeRozan switches on to Wiggins. 2 on the clock. He pulls. Sabonis with the board. Over to Monk. Fox on the draw. Fox at the free throw line. And if he were voted.
Look, here comes Curry. I think Doug Christie has decided we're not going to let him beat us. For the Warriors to win this game, somebody else, look at that, Sabonis and Murray on him, somebody else got to make shots like this guy Wiggins or somebody else on the Warriors. They're not going to let Curry do it.
Shot clock at 5 for Wiggins, guarded by Fox. DeRozan switches on to him. Wiggins with the cross, missed the lay, and Sacramento can take the lead. Monk with the in and out, goes up.
Moment, you got DeRozan that can do it.
Signed with the Kings as a free agent. Leading by 2 on a 6-0 run. Curry brings it across. An audacious pull that almost drops. Fox sprinting. And he's found to play out. 90 seconds to go. Murray's pickup point got a little higher, didn't it, Bob?
Well, here we go, blitzing him again. That's Curry's job. He got it to a 4-on-3, and now the Kings have recovered. Oh,
and that's going to be an ops on the sticks. Stares down post with a long 2. Curry lost his balance. They got to work quickly here. It's a 2-possession game. Good defense by Murray. Wiggins against Fox. Back out to Moody. They're looking for a 3. Good closeout by DeRozan. Moody over Sabonis, and he's fast.
That rim gets a little smaller.
Clutch time defense for Sacramento has not been porous at all.
2 guys on Curry.
Hit him again. Murray out there. Curry.
Don't have to foul. Just play it out here.
They hit Sabonis in the middle of the floor, out to Monk. 15 on the shot clock. Moody on Monk. Malik inside. A regal play that might have just ended the night for the Warriors. Got a whistle and a foul out. Wiggins to trigger on the inbound pass. Curry pulls off the mark, and Fox comes away with it.
They just close it out with guys like Fox and Monk here in the fourth.
They've been able to get to the free throw line with a high frequency. So Sacramento then head onto the road for 6 consecutive games, beginning tomorrow on the second night of a back-to-back. But that's then as the Bean chant begins to cascade down onto the court.